guys, welcome to English Talk UPT Bahasa with me Wisma Yunita. Let's talk. Okay, good morning guys. We meet again in English Talk with me Wisma Yunita at UPT Bahasa University of Bengkulu, and today we have a lady. It's Dr. Sura from Dr. Sura Menda Ginting from the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education. So it's from my faculty, and Dr. Sura has just got back from the US like 1 year ago, and she's currently the head of the Chemistry Education Study Program at the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, and I will call her Miss Sura this time. Miss Sura graduate from Gajah Mada University, right?
Yes.
I
graduated in 2003.
2003, and then after that going to the University of Utrecht.
Yeah, but before that, I came to the University of Bengkulu first
to be the lecturer.
Yeah. And then go to Netherlands for my
master degree. And then after that, she went to US to the Northern Illinois University for the PhD program, and last year. So I invite Ms. Sura for this talk actually in order to have a role model from the FK faculty, or role model for the students, because you know what, for the batch 2020, the student have to have the score 400 for the undergraduate. So we need to do things to them, like this is one of the effort that we can do so to motivate them to learn English. So guys, we met a very not talented, but she has a lot of achievement actually, and graduate from reputable university, and also have a very good English, and that's why we need to find out what is her strategy and what is her motivation in learning English. So I'm going to ask Ms. Sura from now. You are not from the English department.
No, not.
No, but we are in the same building, right? Yeah. At the beginning of learning English, how is the history? What motivated you to learn English actually?
Well, it goes back to when I'm like still in junior high school, probably, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I like listening to music.
Okay.
But not Indonesian music.
Okay.
I'm not trying to degrade Indonesian music.
Oh, sure
Please
not.
don't like.
We have a good
think of that,
we
right?
Have a good song.
Yeah, but I like listening to English music.
Mm-hmm.
So during that time, the technology is still pretty much
Walkman,
radio, backwards maybe, right? Yeah, and like you cannot understand what they're saying first, but I want to know like what what the lyrics are,
the meaning.
Yeah, what the meaning of the lyrics. So I try to listen to it and write it down myself, on a piece of paper
without seeing the lyrics.
No, because
just from
like
the
long time ago, it's not easy to find the lyrics of a song.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Right, the internet is not really accessible for everybody.
Yep.
And if you want to know the lyric of a song, you need to go to the warung internet. What is it called?
Warnet.
Yeah, warnet. And I mean, you need to spend money on that, and then it's not really convenient. So I try to listen it carefully and then write it down. And when I have an opportunity to compare it to the
lyric on the internet,
the actual lyric, then like and compare it and see like, okay, I got it right, or I got it. That's one of the experience I have in learning English. I don't know, I like languages actually.
Okay.
But not have energy to learn other languages. English. I mean, like, I like learning languages.
Okay,
it's and I like watching movies.
So watching movie to learn English.
Yeah. So I think that's the start when what like give me interest in the language.
Okay. So
it's like it's a mean to communicate. It's a mean to understand
knowledge.
Either it's a lyric, either it's like a dialogue on a movie. So yeah, that's one of what motivates me. So, but I don't know. I don't know why I didn't go to English study program actually when I choose.
Well, it's good that you don't go because you still can learn English, even though you're from the chemistry education study program. And so it's because in junior high school and you learn from the song. Is there any specific motivation that, oh, one day I want to go to another country or something, or I want to study abroad or something like that?
Not at the time.
Not at that time.
Not at the time.
How about as the time goes by?
Like my motivation to go abroad came to me like around the first or second year when I start working here actually at the university. Not even when I'm still in like bachelor study in
undergraduate.
Yeah. So when I came here and then start working here, and I see that people has opportunity to go abroad in terms of like continuing the study for master degree or PhD degree, then that at that time I realized that I can go abroad for that. Then that's when I start to like I have to go abroad.
So seriously learning English when you were working here? So not before?
Not before.
Okay.
So like when I like having me saying that I have to go abroad for my master degree, then that's when I start to like intensively, if you want to say it, intensively studying English. So I joined like the course from this institution as well, like several times actually, not only one or two times.
Really?
Every opportunity there, I'll join. I did join, and I also had like joined the intensive English course before I went abroad. It's like really intensive. Every day, 9 to 5, every day, except Sunday, of course, in Jakarta. Yeah, so it's for like 4 or 5 months.
Is it learning IELTS?
It's TOEFL. But TOEFL is like one of the goal. The rest is more like academic writing and then conversations and even though the like the main goal for that time, because one of the requirements to get the scholarship is to get a certain TOEFL score. Then the I mean at the time I got the nominations for the scholarship, but I have to meet the certain requirements.
Score.
And yeah, one of them is TOEFL score. So they actually pay
The study?
the fee for the course. Yeah, so I was doing it for free.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's very intensive.
Okay.
Very intensive. Like at the end of the course, you feel like sick on your stomach because it's very intensive.
Butterfly just.
But because you need to get that certain score, you have.
Meaning to say, you like it since you were in junior high school, but not really seriously learning that language in your high school or something. But after you got a job here, it's meaning to say in 2005, guys.
Yeah.
So because we are in the same batch. So and then you study English. Intensively after that, and you can speak English really, really well currently, right? So based on that, and then do you think how is the influence of your environment toward the process of your learning English, the success of your learning English? In terms of family, in terms of the office and friends?
Well, my family is into English speaking. Like in it at home, they like even they mock me if I speak English.
Really? Oh yeah. That's coming.
Yeah, so to speak. But at our office, in the office, not all of them really encouraging, because I mean it's not really convenient to speak languages that you not really understand. So I think in my case, I try to build the environment myself.
Okay.
Instead of like trying to get that kind of feeling from other people or other places. I created myself. So one of the things that I did, as I mentioned previously, like joining the course. That's one of the thing that I try to like get better on my English.
Okay.
That's the environment that I try to build.
You got
So following the course,
Yeah.
and then when I, because I'm teaching too, right? I'm teaching too for the undergrad. So the study material that I gave them, or the study material that I gain for myself, I'm trying to look that at the like international sources in English.
In English.
So it's like you study your subject, and then you study language as well.
Yeah, sure.
So that's one of the thing. And yeah, beside that, I'm still continuing, of course, listening to the music and watching movie, of course.
In English.
Yeah, I mean, you need to study in a fun way.
Okay. Meaning to say, you create your own environment. Let's say, you make yourself
Familiar with the
familiar
language,
with the
yeah.
language, and then you study intensively, right? And so, not really much about the family into the language,
not
but they
really.
support you to study.
Of course.
Do you did you do the taking any course previously back then? No.
During
the high school or
no,
junior,
during the high school I never did any.
Oh yeah.
During my bachelor school, I did once, but it's not like really intensive course. It's like a meeting once a week, and
Okay.
it's just like conversation with a native. But that's it. That's
Okay.
it. But then I was like, and then I will never speak them.
Yeah.
That's what I think,
you
right?
think about that
Yeah.
every time.
So yeah, it's like little by little I try to, and that's one thing. And then sometimes looking for a person, like I mean, I did say that I create my own environment,
Yeah.
but that's for myself. But English is a tool for communications, right?
Yep.
And communication is two ways.
Yeah.
So
sure.
you like trying to find other people
to speak to.
or other person to speak to. It's at the time it's quite difficult.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's another obstacles that I found.
So not many foreigners or not many people in our
Yeah,
environment to talk to in
in
English,
other
right?
words, it's not many places to practice.
So not many foreigners or not many people in our environment to talk to in
In
English,
other
right?
words, it's not many places to practice.
Yeah, not many places to practice at the office or even at home or even so everywhere. So that's our problem. I think it's most of the people that the obstacles that they find out, right? Including me too. I don't have any at the time back then, in 1998, I don't have anyone to speak to in English. Even except your teachers at schools, right? At university.
Yeah,
even they have.
But it's like it's so limited. Like only once a week. Even like in that one time a week, the teacher sometimes speak in not in English but in Indonesians, or like when he or she just give you exercise, you're not really practice your ability to other people or to the teacher. So yeah, I mean it's really limited.
Very limited from the environment to study. One of the obstacles in the English, especially in Bengkulu, right?
Yeah.
And
but it's getting better, right?
It's getting better now. Internet is everywhere, and you can watch TV or any YouTube and everything. So currently, but back then. No,
yeah, back then
we just got the song, we just got the radio.
It's a dark age.
Okay, so Shirley, when we have one language, and probably there's not only one language, we have 3 languages at least. Indonesian, and then you can now have English, and then
I can speak. That's I'm ashamed to admit that I cannot speak my mother tongue.
Okay, well,
Yeah, but I speak Japanese.
Japanese, right?
Yeah.
So I think Indonesian. Most of Indonesian at least have two languages, right?
Minimum.
Minimum two languages, and can be maximum is
We can be
unlimited.
like trilingual or like multilingual.
Yeah, multilingual. Yeah. So you got that language, English. You can speak English now. What kind of benefit do you get after being able to speak English? Let's say because the student probably they say, what is it for? Learning English. I can still okay without English or something. So probably by sharing the benefit that you get from learning English, it can motivate them also to learn English. So what kind of benefit do you get?
So in my case, as I told you before, that my motivations to get studying English intensively is because to go abroad,
study.
yeah, to study. So I don't know if people can say that as a benefit, but if you want to go abroad to study and if you want to go there by a scholarship, then that's a requirement. Yeah, that's a requirement. So if you have a very good ability in speaking English, then it's easy for you to fulfill that requirement. I mean, the requirements is a lot, but one of them, I mean, you fail one of them, you fail all of them. So yeah, if you cannot speak English very well, if your TOEFL score or your IELTS score is not sufficient, then you cannot get the scholarship.
So
That's like pretty much it.
so you say it is very important, right?
Yeah, if you plan to like go to like
Continue
higher
studies.
education abroad, then speaking English is kind of like a must.
I think it's also in Indonesia right now. You know, every
Yeah.
job opportunities require TOEFL or
Yep.
every even when you want to be the government employee, it's required
Yeah.
TOEFL scores.
And now with like the access to the world is easier for us, then you cannot just communicate with your own people. You know what I mean? Like you cannot just like speak one languages and cannot understand other people from other side of the world.
Yeah, the part of the world.
Yeah. So it's like there's a lot of benefit. You can have a lot of connections,
A lot of friends.
a lot of friends, and you will be able to see the world with other people point of view. Like it's broaden your horizon.
Yeah,
Actually, I mean, I came from a small village.
Yeah.
Like my parents was a farmer.
Okay.
So we don't really have a lot of privilege. That's right. And then our source of information at the time is only like a small TV. Even at the time, because of the like minimum electricity, it's only like once a day, like few hours or few minutes, like during the news time, and that's it.
Okay.
So you don't know what outside this looks like.
So you said that by mastering English, it's broaden your horizon about the world, right? So can we say that one of them that you can travel to other part of the world yourself, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's one of
the benefits.
That's actually one of my passions in life is traveling.
Okay.
So I had a joke.
Okay.
I mean, but I think it's still true up until now that one of the motivation for me to go abroad for studying is not really for studying.
Okay, I
But,
know.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
It's for traveling. Yeah. Because learning is not just in school.
Yep.
It's when you interact with other people, other places. Yeah. So I was like a full-time traveler, part-time students at the time.
Full-time traveler, part-time students. I can see that.
So it's just the side of my passion to go travel.
To have
to study.
to study so that I can go to travels,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So you know, broaden our horizon, broaden our knowledge, and then make us easier in absorbing knowledge, right? And one thing for sure, guys, you know what? When you go abroad, when you have English, you can go travel alone, or you can go to another country alone. You don't have to have interpreters. You will be okay at the airport, right?
You'll be okay.
You'll be okay. Everything will be okay. So when you have that language, can you imagine that when someone don't have that English, probably they will not going to another country.
I once traveled to a country with like very minimum English usage. So if you go to France,
Yeah.
they don't use English.
Yeah.
So
But you have to
it's
guide.
it's like that feeling probably, right? You want to communicate with people, but they don't respond to you because they don't understand you, or they don't. I mean, French people, they understand actually English, but they just don't want to respond to you in English.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially in French. Yeah, they don't want to speak English, even though you speak English with them.
Yeah, even though they know English, they speak English, but they don't want to use it because they are very proud of their own languages.
Yep.
So they use French all the time, even though like when they respond to you, they understand you when you speak in English,
but they don't want to respond
but they respond to you in French. So maybe that kind of feeling, yeah, when you don't know the language, then it's not good. Yeah, in other part of the world that I went to, even though they don't speak like really good English, but they minimally probably understand.
They understand.
So you can communicate.
So passive English.
I mean, you won't get lost, right?
Yeah.
You won't get lost. I never consider myself get lost because it's just a new.
Getting lost in Singapore or in Australia. Okay, so you can no longer say that English is not important because it's all you can take to other part of the world, travel to study and everything, and also to be successful in the future, whatever major that you take. Now, back to the chemistry education, and again, you are not an English teacher, but I would like to know how do you maintain your English skill until now? Do you have any things? But previously you said that you watch TV, a movie, and listen to song. Probably you have other things on how to maintain your English.
What I did, I actually like become habit for me. Like when I watch movie, even though it's not English speaking movie, they usually have, of course.
Okay.
Like, who doesn't? Yeah.
Okay.
They do have subtitles, right?
Yes,
and
sure.
you have options sometimes to choose like from Indonesian language.
Yeah, sure.
Because I mean the machine will work on
give you more information than you need. Right.
Yeah, sometimes it give you more information than you need, and then like better sources as well.
Okay.
So I use that to do Google search. So the articles, like research articles or anything like that, I use the English articles.
Reading the English article also can be categorized as one of the way to maintain without intentional. Okay, so there are two ways already how to maintain watching the movie with English subtitles and then also by reading.
Yeah. Why I mentioned that like do the Google search in English keywords, because sometimes it gives you like a broaden results.
Yeah.
Like instead of just using Indonesian language.
Yeah, sure.
Because I mean the machine will work on
give you more information than you need. Right.
Yeah, sometimes it give you more information than you need, and then like better sources as well.
Okay.
So I use that to do Google search. So the articles, like research articles or anything like that, I use the English articles.
Reading the English article also can be categorized as one of the way to maintain. Without intentionally do, but we have to do that in our job, right?
And sometimes my study material as well for my students, I provided in English. So I mean, even though when I explain them to my students in Indonesians, but the PowerPoint or the view for them is in English. So in a way, it's like maintaining my ability to speak English, but also exposing my students to the language, so that they not only familiar with the terminologies of chemistry in Indonesian, but also in English. I mean, they one, two, or like many of them probably will go abroad to study, to further study. So yeah, I mean, it's good if they familiar with their own subject
Yeah.
in other languages.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure. Not only Indonesian.
Not even international event; it's a national event.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a chemistry weeks for organized by students.
Okay.
Even for that, they use bilingual, so English and Indonesians.
So there is a
so-
chemistry day week.
So it's annual event
Okay.
for us. It's a chemistry week. They call it chemistry week.
Okay.
Like
That's not being done every week.
So it's no. So it's a annual event. So at that time, there's a lot of competitions
Okay.
for high school students or university
Oh, I
students,
see.
especially in chemistry. So they have like sort of chemistry Olympiad.
Okay.
It's chemistry competition. So also like writing competition.
And they have good English.
And
Most of
well,
them.
For the writing competition and everything. I mean, for the competition itself, it's done in Indonesian languages, not in English. But when they bring, when they like speak to like the contestant, they use bilingual, so English and Indonesian. It's a good thing, I guess. Like it's not just something that forced to them. They have the initiative to do that by themselves using two languages at the same time. So yeah, I mean, in our students, I think English is not like a strange thing anymore.
No.
Right?
Actually, it's about everyday things.
Yeah,
Everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So back to the faculty, our faculty, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education. What do you think the faculty need to do or have to do to support the student that need to fulfill their 400 scores to be able to graduate?
Well, that's a difficult question.
Quite difficult.
First,
Okay.
because I'm not the higher officer.
No. I mean,
Well, if you
ideas,
ask
right?
for like a suggestions,
Yeah,
right?
but
Like
ideas, something that the faculty can do.
I think, in my opinion, like the ability to speak or use English is just about exposure. So you need to expose them more
Okay,
to the
to
language.
activities
Yeah,
that using English.
activities. I mean, there's like thousands probably activities that you can do to expose students to the language.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like the frequency of your exposure. You need to increase that. I don't know, like
competition.
competitions probably, or like
On the faculty level.
or like maybe Friday in English.
That's what I'm considering.
Probably, right? So yeah, even like if students come to you on
They
Friday,
have
they
to-
have to speak in
Yeah.
English probably.
So that could be like English day at Faculty
Mhm.
of Teacher Training and Education, and when they enter the gate, speaking English area or
Yeah, but that need like the whole faculty
the whole
to
of the
cooperate.
officers to
Yeah.
aware of that.
Yeah,
Right? So,
and I mean, it's kind of difficult, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's not impossible.
it is possible.
Yeah.
We just need more attention
Yeah.
from the higher level official to the.
I think maybe we can start from
Why not?
like from the small level, like
Yeah.
the study,
So
my
when I-
study program, or maybe just like a group of my research discussions.
Yes. And
Yeah, we can probably do that by ourselves without. I mean, we can start small, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
So probably we can also do that like when meeting our friends start to speak English.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea, right?
it's a good idea. I mean, like sometimes I did that, but sometimes the response is not
okay.
really encouraging.
So, I know.
But if you like insist,
Yeah.
probably
I can
follow,
go to
they
your
never
office,
follow along,
and then I
yeah.
said, "Hi, Miss Sura, so I'm speaking English with you."
It's
We
okay.
start from that small thing, so we can go around.
Yeah.
Probably also we can suggest the higher officials at FIP to
I don't know.
take some of that.
I don't know if there are a lot of English club around the area.
That's the problem.
We don't
faculty don't have it right now, but maybe because of the pandemic they come to university, right? But back then they have the English club, something like that, or debate club, something.
Yeah, because
the last 2 years.
like the last, I mean, it's
Because
like,
of the
I don't know if
COVID.
it's just like out of my radar, but I never again saw any like English club or students.
No. Yeah, sure.
Just
Debates.
English.
They have a debate club still, but the English club I don't know because the last 2 years, people is at home, right?
Yeah, everything is like freezing.
Yeah,
For the last 2
freezing.
years, like every activity.
Everything's going slow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, probably the student also need to have a tips. Probably we have talked about it, but now the student would need to know. Do you have any tips for them on how to learn English? One of them is you watch TV, watch movie in English, right? That's one of the tips. And then
I think like the most important thing is like finding the motivation in yourself, like why you need to study that.
Okay.
Right?
Finding the
Because
motivation.
in my case it works. Like I have motivation of why I need to study English, and then I force myself to study it. So if you have that kind of motivation, you probably will like find a way yourself. Like I mean, everybody have a different learning style, right?
Yeah, sure.
So it's not a style that I can force you to do. Like I have my own style. You probably have your own style of learning the language. Find the style that suits you. Make it like enjoyable. Because if you're not enjoying the study, then it's not going to work. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brain will like refuse any information that it's
Denying.
denying anything. But if you find it enjoyable,
Yep.
and
you know the benefit.
you will do it repeatedly.
Yeah, sure. So the student need to find out what is your
What
real
is
motivation.
their own
The drive,
style, their own drive, their own style of learning. What makes what enjoyable for them. So if it's like fun to study it, then,
Movies in English, finding your own drive. What else?
try not to be repulsive.
Trying to not
To be repulsive because I mean there are still people like no, I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, try not to be repulsive because one another you will need it. So you will need it. You will need the language for your own benefit. So try not to be repulsive and practice.
Practice. So practice the language, and even you can practice it yourself, right?
Yeah.
And there are a lot of media that can be used to learn, right?
Yeah.
So probably the YouTube one of them, right?
Yeah. And for your TOEFL score,
yeah,
that's the only way. That's the only way to answer. I think that's the only answer I have. If you want to know how to increase your TOEFL score, the only answer is practice.
Yeah, and practice and study the skills and study how the tips on how to learn to do the TOEFL test, right? Because if not, it will be a barrier for you to graduate when you don't have like 400.
Maybe like our students think that it's just administrative obstacles that they need to do instead of I need to get a certain score. So it's just like okay, do it and then that's it. But if the university already enforced the minimum score, then it's probably will increase their motivation to study as well.
Yeah, actually about that, the new rector degree about the TOEFL scores for the student have been conveyed that in the student orientation, and also probably
it's probably conveyed, but it's not enforced.
Unfortunately.
So
some of them still don't know I want to graduate. Oh, I got another requirement that I don't have. I don't yet fulfill, then I need to have the total score or something. So that's why we do this English talk, and one of the way to motivate them, to let them know that they have to have a good English. Okay. All right, that's I think that's we come to the end of the English talk today. But you know what? We can learn a lot of tips from Miss Sura on how to learn English, and you know what is the benefit of learning English, right? Actually, you can go travel around the world yourself, and you can have a lot of knowledge in English, and you can even
Full-time traveler, part-time student.
You can be a full-time traveler and part-time
Students.
and then you can learn not only English but also another language, so that you can be the citizen of the world.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So that's all for our talk today, and thank you so much, Ms. Sura, for coming, and
Thank you for having me.
yeah, thank you so much. And Ms. Sura is from the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, and she's currently working at the second floor of the
building,
faculty.
yeah.
And thank you so much. And bye bye. See you again on the next video. Bye.